everybody. Let's welcome you all to our wisdom. Let me welcome you all to the wisdom from Bible. So today we'll continue to share to you the the things that happened in the first month and first 2 months together with the serpent who is the archangel, the devil, and the Satan that we call today. And also we'll talk about how can they do that. We already had discussed many things about them, but today we will talk about freedom, yung freedom na binigay ng Diyos sa kanila. So freedom, and how is it related to their fall. Ganon. So just want this will clarify about yung freedom, what is really the meaning of freedom. The previous video we talk about the real freedom, what is freedom. So we have already shared to you last time, the previous video, that we cannot really have freedom outside of the principle or outside of the will of God or outside of truth. Ganyan. So that is very similar to living in the Philippines. We are free to live in the Philippines as long as we are subject, or as long as we are under or we are abiding to the laws and rules and regulations that are being implemented in this country. Ganun ang free. But the moment we violate, then we are no longer free, di ba? So we cannot enjoy the freedom around dito sa Philippines, ang ganyan. So ganun din yung freedom ng God na binigay sa atin. So that freedom, as we have discussed in the previous video, we cannot have freedom outside of the principle of God. That means Adam and Eve can grow to their fruitfulness. Diba? Yung original plan of God for them is to be fruitful, to multiply good children for us God's children, and to have dominion over the earth, over every living things that God created on earth. And even yung mga stars, mga moon, yan, God gave that to us, for us to take care of that. So ganun yung blessing ng Diyos para sa atin. But the first one is be fruitful. Ganyan, to be fruitful, to become fruitful, we have to freely follow the principle. Bale, yung freedom na yan, of course we have freedom to meron tayong freedom to choose. Freedom to choose. We either fulfill God's will or reject God's will. Ganyan. So si Adam and Eve din, during their immaturity, during their growing period, they were given the commandment. In Genesis 2:17, sabi doon na, do not eat the fruit. If you eat the fruit, you will die. Ganon, di ba? So Adam and Eve, meron silang freedom. God already gave them the freedom. Kasi sabi niya, do not eat the fruit. Binigyan, kasi meron silang free. They are free to choose whether they follow that or not. Ganun. So, pero yung yung freedom niya yan, na yung totoong freedom na binigay, yung freedom na binigay ng God sa kanila is to fulfill the will of God. So, bakit, ano pala yung freedom na binigay? Hindi ka makachoose ng evil, ganun. Kasi, sabi nga sa Bible, no, the truth shall make you free. So, if we are not following the principle, if we are not following the truth, then we are not really free. We are slaves. Sabi nga, those who are committing sin are slaves. mga slaves sila, yung mga gumagawa ng mga kasalanan. Hindi sila totoong free. Hindi yung, siyempre, no, totoo naman yun eh. Pag gumawa ka ng mali, hindi ka free, di ba? Behind your mind, wala may ginawa ako, ganun. So, you are not free, di ba? Palaging merong nagsasabi, may ginawa ka, ganun, di ba? So, you are not free if you are committing sin. So, yun yung, only in the principle can we really be free. Kaya nga sa Bible, the truth will make you free. So, if we are following the truth, we are following the principle, we are free. Ganon. So, ang isa pa, that freedom, yung binigay ng Diyos na freedom, meron siyang kaakibat or kasamang responsibility. Yun nga, do not eat the fruit. Ibig sabihin, God gave us the growing period, and during that growing period, we have to fulfill our part para ma-fulfill natin yung fruitfulness natin, para makareach tayo doon sa perfection ng ating character. We have to do our part, and that is by following God freely, by our own free will and free action. Yun yung freedom na totoo. May free will tayo that is connected to the will of God, and the free action that is connected to our free will. That is real freedom. So if we do that, then we can grow freely. We can go to God. We can freely go to our fruitfulness freely. Ibig sabihin, walang nang pepersa sa atin na gumawa ng ganun. By our own decision, we want to go do our responsibility. Yan yung tunay na freedom. So, freedom and responsibility, magkasama yan. Walang freedom na walang responsibility. Yung, kung wari, gumagawa ka ng something tapos you don't take responsibility, walang responsibility. O kunwari, o pinatay mo yung isang tao, ganun. Because, ano yun? Wala kang no, that is, you lose your freedom actually if you do something bad. Kasi ipipreso ka, gano'n. So, nawala ka na ng freedom, di ba? Wala lang freedom doon. Gano'n. So, ano pa? Ang freedom na binigay ng Diyos has a result of goodness. Yung meron siyang actual result na good ang result niya. So, yung freedom na yan, may kasama siyang, pag sumusunod tayo sa freedom na yan, pag sinusunod natin yung talagang freedom natin to do the will of God, talagang may result, good result yan. May good result yan. Kung sinasabi mong, I'm free to kill, I'm free to kill people, so wala, walang good result yan. So that is not real freedom. Kasi gusto ko free ako Kung sinasabi mong ganun, wala ka na. You are already a slave to sin. Servant ka na ni Satanas. Ganon. So, hindi ka na free. Ganon. So, ganun yung, yung freedom na sinasabi natin dito, no? Now, we call it actually freedom of the original mind. Yung original mind natin, that is the place where God can dwell. Lahat ng tao may original mind. Masama man siya, nagkasala man siya, meron pa rin siyang original mind. Nagkasala man tayo, marami man tayong nagawang kasalanan, meron pa rin tayong original mind. Yung original mind na yan, that is the place where God is still there. Nandyan pa rin pwedeng tumira ang Diyos dyan sa original mind na yan. So, yung freedom na sinasabi natin is like the freedom of the original mind. That freedom to pursue God, to pursue the fruitfulness, to pursue perfection, to pursue goodness, to pursue real freedom, to do your creativity freely, to choose goodness freely, to choose what is good for your body, to choose what is good for your family, to choose what is good for you, to to choose what is good for the community. Yan yung freedom of the original mind. Yung goodness na yan na nandyan sa loob ng tao, yan yung drive sa atin since the beginning of human history. Few people, meron silang strong original mind. They are really fighting for freedom. Kasi, yun yung original nature natin. Nandyan pa rin. Maski in-invade ni Satan yung buong katawan natin, yung buong spirit natin. Pero merong inilagay ang Diyos na yung original mind. Nandyan lahat yan. Yung original mind na yan. So, yun yung hope natin. So, yung original mind na yan, nandoon pa rin kay Eve yan, even after she fell. So, ngayon, let's talk about yung freedom during that time. Yung freedom ni Eve. Ano ba yung freedom talaga ni Eve? Yung freedom na yan, she has of course, she can choose whether to follow God or reject God, di ba? Sabi ng God, do not eat the fruit. And she can eat or she cannot. She can decide to eat or she can decide not to eat, di ba? Si Eve. Ngayon, yan yung freedom niya. Ganon. And God knows that. Meron siyang freedom to do that. Ngayon, yung freedom of her original mind is following the principle, di ba? Following the principled way. Ngayon, yung temptation na binibigay ni Lucifer sa kanya is unprincipled love or kaya illegal o kaya illicit love. Ganyan. Unprincipled love. So, we know very well kung ipag-compare natin ang principle and love, sino yung mas malakas? Feeling nyo? Sino, alam nyo, di ba? Alam nyo kung sino yung mas malakas? Prinsipyo o love? O pag-ibig? Which is stronger? You know, everybody knows that pag-ibig, love is stronger. Diba? And God knows that. He knew very well na merong possibility na yung love na yan ay ma-misdirect, magamit sa ibang paraan. God created everything with love. Very powerful ang love. Yung pag-ibig, very powerful. Pero pag ma-misdirect yan, talagang powerful din yan. Pares ng atomic bomb. If we use atomic energy for our lights, for our electricity, it's very nice. Pero kung gamitin mo yung power ng atomic bomb para ibagsak sa iba't ibang country, patay ang mga tao. Powerful din siya, di ba? Pareha sila ng powerful. Depende kung saan mo gagamitin. Ganon din yung love. God used His love to create everything in goodness. So beautiful. Ang ganda ng ginawa ng Diyos. Yung creation kung tingnan mo yan, napakaganda. That is out of love. Out of His love, He created everything. And God knows love is very powerful. And Lucifer, meron din siyang love. Si Eve din, meron din siyang love. Yan, very powerful yung lahat na yan. And God knows that. So, ano ang mas malakas? Yung prinsipyo o yung love? Di ba yung love? 100% stronger ang love. So, anong sinabi ng God kay Adan? Adan, pwede mong kainin lahat ang prutas. Wag lang yung fruit ng tree of knowledge of good and evil, ha? Huwag mong kakainin yun na. Sinabi niya si Adan. Tapos si Adan, siyempre sinabi rin niya kay Eve, huwag daw natin kakainin yung fruit na yan, ha? Kaya, Eve also knows. So ngayon, when Eve was being tempted. Of course, may freedom siya, di ba? God gave her freedom. Meron tayong freedom of original. Meron tayong freedom na binigay ng Diyos whether we follow God or reject God. Ganun. So, when she's being tempted, she was immature. Hindi pa siya 100%. Hindi pa siya perfect. Hindi pa siya totally one with God. She's still growing. She is immature in her intellect, in her understanding, in her wisdom, and she is immature in her emotion. Tapos tinetempt siya ng unprincipled love. Binubulong-bulungan siya. Kinahaplos-haplos na siya. Kinatats-tats na siya. Ganun. So, alam ni Eve na yung mga ganong nararamdaman niya at nangyayari, alam niya na mali yun because of her original mind. Ngayon, mas kinapakalakas ng temptation ng love. Pag alam niya yung, if she kept the commandment of God, do not eat the fruit. Hindi sana siya nagkasala. She should have chosen that path to God, the path to God. Kaya nga may commandment eh. Kaya nga merong commandment. Kaya nga may words of God. Because that will help us to do what is right. And if we do what is right, then we can really have freedom. So, bali, hindi yung freedom ang nagbigay ng paraan para magkasala kay si Adan tsaka si Eva. It is love. Yung love, yung pwersa ng pag-ibig, yan ang nag-push, yan ang nag-derail kay Eve. Because she did not keep the commandment of God. Ganun yun. So, hindi freedom ang cause ng fall, kundi yung unprincipled love. Which love kasi is very powerful. Kaya, yung prinsipyo, plus dagdagan mo ng commandment, do not eat the fruit, mas malakas na yung dalawang yun kaysa yung unprincipled love. Yun. Kaya yun, we cannot say that the freedom na binigay ng Diyos kay Adam and Eve ay yun ang naging way. No. It's the unprincipled love that brought Adam and Eve to commit the fall. Especially si Eve muna yun, si Eve muna. So, Eve was blinded by wisdom and was disturbed or naano siya yung, siyempre sinasabihan siya ni Lucifer, actually hindi ka mamamatay eh. Actually mabubuksan yung mga mata mo pa pag kumain ka ng prutas. At magkakaroon ka ng wisdom. At saka alam mo ba, magiging kaparehas ka ng Diyos. Di ba nabasa natin na si Lucifer, sabi niya gusto niya maging like the Most High. He wants to become like the Most High. I-multiply niya yan kay Eve na ikaw din pwede kang kapares ng Diyos. Ganun. So, he is multiplying that to Eve. Sinasabi niya, you'll become like God. Tapos si Eve naman, nabulag na. Talaga, ganun pala. Tapos, yung mga whispering niya, yung mga touching niya, nadidisturb na yung kanyang emotion, which is still immature. So, she cannot really, by the principle, hindi niya kaya yung, madiderail siya. Ang makakaano lang sa kanya, ang makakaprotect sa kanya, yung commandment of God. And that following the commandment of God is her responsibility. And if she follows that responsibility, she will have a good result. So, good children. God's children. By following that freedom to follow right. So, hindi tama yung notion na freedom nagpa-fall kay Adam and Eve. Because when they fell, they became slave. No more freedom. Yung slave, walang freedom, di ba? Controlled ka ng mo, master mo. Controlled ka ng satanas. Wala ka ng freedom. Kaya nga, freedom can only be felt. You can only have freedom where the Spirit of God is. There, real freedom is. Yan. So, di ba? So, yun yung yung mga Bible verses natin, i-review lang natin. Actually, nakita na natin yung kahapon. Then, you will know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Ganyan. Tapos, yung isa pa, ganyan, Jesus Christ, everyone who sin are slave to sin. They became slave. Now, slaves, they don't have permanent place in the family. Hindi sila free in the family. Hindi sila talaga taga doon. But the son is taga doon talaga. He belongs to that family forever. So, if the son will set us free, then we are free indeed. Ganon. Ibig sabihin, Jesus Christ can set us free. So, only with by following Jesus can we really be free. Okay? Yun, totoong free. Now, the Lord is the Spirit. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Kaya nga, we cannot really experience true freedom without God. Yung sinasabi nilang, I'm free to I am free to destroy the building. I'm free to batuhin ko yung mga building na yan at masira yung mga, yan, freedom ba yan? No. You will lose freedom actually when you choose to do evil. Okay? And the Spirit of God is not there. That's not real freedom. Okay? And so my brothers and sisters were called to be free. So do not use that freedom for to indulge in the flesh. Ganyan. So, huwag mong sabihin na, I'm free to pwede akong makipag-sex kahit kanino because I'm free. Mga ganun. Do not indulge that in the flesh. Ibig sabihin, to do sin. Hindi yun. Kasi if you commit sin, wala ka ng freedom. At saka nga, hindi nga yung free. You can choose nga. Binigyan tayo ng Diyos ng ganun. Pero ang gusto talaga ng God is that we willingly, with our free will and free action, do the will of God. Yun ang gusto yun talaga ang will of God. So, even in our salvation, yan din ang mangyayari. If we commit sin, meron pa rin paraan. Merong paraan ang Diyos to save us. And that is still use our freedom for the will of God, to fulfill the will of God. Kaya lahat ng sa isa rin yan kung bakit tumatagal ang salvation. Bakit very powerful ang God eh. Very ang God is very omniscient, omnipotent, lahat ganun. Bakit hanggang ngayon hindi pa nakaroon ng Kingdom of Heaven? Jesus Christ prayed for the Kingdom of Heaven 2,000 years ago. Our Father who art in heaven, holy be your name, your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. After 2,000 years ago, nasaan yung Kingdom of Heaven na? Bakit wala? Bakit sabihin natin wala kasing power ang God? No. Because we are not willingly following God. We are not using that freedom na binigay niya sa atin for the sake of goodness. Yung freedom na napapapunta pa sa masama. Tapos, pag nandoon ka na, ang mag-aan talaga sa'yo, ang magpapa-commit talaga sa'yo ng sin is love pa rin. Love for love for money. Oy, I want to tell you something about money. Kasi na-mention ko. It is not money that is evil. It is the love of money. Okay? Love of money. Love of position. Greediness. Love for lahat. Love yourself. Love my pride. Love my, yung ganun, yun talaga yung nagkaka-commit ng sin. Yung love, unprincipled love. So, yun no. So, even sa salvation natin, is still, meron tayong choice. Sabi nga, whoever believe in Jesus Christ will be saved. So, meron tayong choice. You believe or not. Should I believe or not? If I believe, then we are more free. If you don't believe, then we don't have freedom. Meron kong last Bible verse dito na it's in 2 Chronicles 7, I think 14 yun. 13 to 15. 13 to 15. So I want to read this. Let's read this one. When I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send plague among my people, if my people at the time, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. Then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and will heal their land. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayers offered in this place. Ganon. So, sabi ng God, if kapag magbigay siya ng judgment sa atin because of our wicked ways, walang rain, o kaya sobrang rain, o kaya command the locusts to eat all the mga natin, mga pananim, masira yung land, or may plague, kaya merong diseases na nagaano ng mga tao, yung killing people. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from the wicked ways, I will hear their prayers from heaven, and I will heal their land. I will heal the prayers of that land, of that place. So, kung may mga taong ganun lang, kung may mga taong ganun, if we humble ourselves, so kaya nga merong if yan, even God wanted to save us, pero merong if you believe in me, if you pray, if you seek me, ganun. Kasi gusto ng Diyos na gamitin natin yung freedom to choose natin to willingly, freely follow Him by our own choice, by our own volition, by our own free will and free action. Hindi niya gusto na napepersa lang tayo na sumunod. Hindi rin niya gusto na napepersa lang tayo sumunod sa Kanya dahil natatakot tayo. Anong natatakot? Natatakot tayong pumunta sa hell, o natatakot tayong mawala ang mga kayamanan mo, mawala. Yung gano'n, natatakot tayong magkasakit, o natatakot tayo. Yun, fear will not bring us to that. Sa bagay, it will also, no? Sabi ng God, those who fear me, ganon. So, at first, pero, ang talagang original talaga na gusto ng God sa atin is, we freely go to Him. Because we love Him. Because we care for Him. Because we love His will. Because we want to help Him. Because we want to make Him happy. Napakatagal na niyang malungkot. Thousands of years na siya na naghahanap ng mga anak na ganito who are willing to follow Him by their own volition, by their own free will and free action. Yun yung hinahanap ng God. So, yung salvation ng buong mundo will also be like that. Tayo, we are the Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Yung Garden of Eden natin ngayon, yung Garden of Eden noon ay parehas, itong earth. Dumami lang yung Adam and Eve. So, ang bawat Adam at ang bawat Eve na nandito ngayon sa mundo, kung maintindihan natin ito, then we can totally eliminate evil. We can totally eliminate Satan on this earth. Pupunta siya sa tamang lugar niya as the servant, as the minister, as the ministering spirit of God, and helping instead of destroying Adam and Eve. He is supposed to help Adam, the immature Adam and Eve, na mag-grow to their perfection. Pero, ang makakagawa niyan, si Adan tsaka si Eva. See, God did not intervene when Lucifer was tempting Adam and Eve. Hindi siya nag-intervene. Why? Because it is the responsibility of Adam and Eve to reject the words of Lucifer. So, sinong makakasolve ng problema sa mundong ito? Hihintayin ba natin yung God na sirain niya lahat yung buong mundo at gawa siya ng bago? At ilagay niya yung mga anak niya dyan sa bagong mundo? No? Tayo ang magre-reject sa mga temptations na binibigay ni Lucifer sa atin. Because we are the Adam, we are the Eve ng Diyos. Kaya nga, we have to have a wisdom from the Bible. Diba? Kasi the Word of God will really help us talaga. Words of God will make us choose the right way. At saka, the words of God will make us reject the will of evil, the wicked ways. Kaya nga, I really like to share wisdom from Bible. Because kasi ang makakasolve nito, tayo. Sinong gumawa ng problema sa Garden of Eden? Kung hindi talaga siya nakinig, si Eve. Kung sinabi niya, huy, mali ka. Maniwala ako sa Diyos kaysa sa'yo. Sinabi niyang ganun. Totally wala ng power si Lucifer. Totally. Ngayon din ganun. Ganun din. So that is, we use our freedom to follow the will of God by keeping God's words, ganun. And ngayon yun ang si-share ko. The freedom, the fall, freedom and fall, and freedom and salvation. Okay? So, have a nice day. Be safe and be healthy, both in spirit and in body. Bye-bye.